Good. Aloha and welcome to the Kalihi Valley Neighborhood Board number 16 Neighborhood Board meeting. Today is Wednesday, October 8th, 2025, and it is now 7 p.m. Rules of speaking. Anyone wishing to speak is asked to click the raise hand icon and when recognized by the chair to address comments to the chair. Speakers are encouraged to keep their comments under 2 to 5 minutes, and those giving reports are encouraged to keep their reports under 3 to 5 minutes. Please ensure your microphone is muted unless you are speaking. Please state your first and last name for the record before moving into your comments or questions. Written testimony may also be submitted via email using the contact information listed on the Neighborhood Commission Office website. Please silence all electronic devices. Note the board may take action on any agenda item as required by the State Sunshine Law, Hawaii Revised Statute, Chapter 92. Specific issues not listed on this agenda cannot be voted on unless properly added to the agenda. And you can find archive of handouts and reference materials concerning the Kalihi Valley Neighborhood Board number 16 at our Google Drive link, and meeting records can be found on the YouTube for the Neighborhood Board. Honolulu, I think, City County Honolulu Neighborhood Board. But first on the agenda is City Monthly Reports, Honolulu Fire Department. Are you guys in person? Oh. Yes, right. Either one.
Okay. My name is Firefighter 1 Jacob Ingebretson. I'm representing the Honolulu Fire Department Station 32, Kalihi Uka. For our September 2025 monthly report, we have 2 structure fires and 1 activated alarm with no fire, and 66 medical emergencies. That's all we have for our stats. Next is our fire safety tips regarding seasonal decorations. With the holiday season just around the corner, consider fire-resistant, non-combustible decorations. Choose only Underwriters laboratory-approved electrical decorations and follow manufacturer's instructions for installation and load. Make sure you use lights that are in good repair. Always turn off lights before you're leaving your home and going to bed. Do not overload your power strips, surge protectors, and extension cords, and never leave your candles unattended. Make sure you secure your lighters and matches out of reach from children. Do we have any questions?
Any questions from the board online or in person? Any questions from the community online or in person? Seeing, Mr. Liwa.
Is there a contact that I can get a hold of you as far as, because I don't know if the area, and so you want to do some kind of awareness or some like this holiday thing that you brought up. I'm not too sure. And all the community members are aware of these safety things. Yeah. So is there anyone I can contact to create this event that we can?
I have my fire captain here who can show me.
The boss.
Yeah. You went to the captain.
So HFT does have its website, and on the website it has links to different departments. So one of them is the community relations. If you go on the site, you can find it. Actually, it's pretty easy to navigate. Find community relations, and you can set up any kind of what you want as far as giving out information or having some type of static display with the trucks for the community. So just contact us through the website.
Okay, got it.
Got it?
Thank you.
Okay, any more questions from the community online or in person? Seeing and hearing none, thank you so much. Good evening.
Good, you too.
Thank you. Up next is the Honolulu Police Department. Are you guys also in? Oh, I'm not. Okay. Looks like Sergeant Cruz.
Hi, good evening. I'm here with Lieutenant Hachiko. We're from the Kalihi Valley area. And for the incident report for this month, I'm really happy to report that we're approximately 10 incidents down from last month. We had 1 burglary, 2 assaults, sex assaults, 4 simple assaults.
I'm so sorry. Pause after. I'm not sure. So I think it was the assault, but it's
lost signal.
I guess I lost signal, so sorry.
I think it was them. It says we're good.
Okay,
It
okay.
was them.
So sorry, the connection, cut off. But if it keeps going, we can always,
Circle back.
circle back to you. I'm not seeing any reconnection or resolution. So, we can table, please, oh, hello?
Yeah, I'm still on.
Okay, we can do
And
item-
thefts, the month. You can find that on livinghealthy.hawaii.gov. And what it is, they want safer speeds, drivers being more aware of e-bikes, bikes, pedestrians, actually making eye contact before you're crossing any type of streets. It's a great program. We're seeing some success, but I think we're seeing more success because what we've implemented here in Kalihi was our Take 30, where when officers are not responding to cases and they are not assigned to anything at that time or writing reports, they take 30 minutes and they concentrate in these specific areas and they do traffic enforcement. So that's been a great reduction in our area at this time. And another thing I would like to bring up is 988. It's also another option for crisis instead of 911, and it'll give you a lot of information. And that's an area where they can actually take time and address any issues that you might have. It's a little bit more of a time-consuming call, so it'd be 988 instead of 911. Is there any questions?
Is it a, should I let them? So it cut off during the middle of the statistics. I was just wondering if you could repeat the
Oh,
statistics.
sure,
again.
sure.
I
So
think we
our-
heard up until Hawaii.gov. And then we heard about 988 and I think just in the middle of the statistics.
Oh, and the statistics?
After the sex assault part.
Okay, burglary, we had 1. We had 2 sex assaults, 4 simple assaults, 7 thefts, and 600 incidents that we responded to. So we
Okay.
were down from 24 in August to 14 in September.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And was that everything after the statistics and for the 988 mentioned by any chance? I don't know if there was other announcements or just wondering.
Oh, no stats. It was just in regards to the Vision Zero, where we're trying to reduce our traffic fatalities and our traffic accidents. We took a page out of Norway's Vision Zero and we implemented that with Vision Zero Hawaii that you can find on livinghealthy.hawaii.gov.
Thank you very much. Are there other
You're welcome.
questions from the board online or in person? Mr. Liwa?
Hi, Rafati Liwa, I have a few questions. First one, have you, as far as Kaliuka by the water pump station, Nalaniha and up, have you or anyone in the city or state did a survey on speed in the area?
I don't think there's any surveys that have been done, but I know there's traffic enforcement for my sector in particular, because I'm the one who approves the citations in that area. And although there's not a lot of the citations in that area, we do get citations. Then again, we only have 18 officers from the Alakapuna to Chinatown, Mountain to Ocean. So it's only a 30-minute block that any officer, any one of those 18 officers can take to actually go and do speed enforcement. So although the numbers aren't high, there is enforcement and there are officers out there doing traffic enforcement. And I know personally that there are officers at night in that area.
Yeah, the only reason why, because I catch the bus and I see a lot of our kupunas catching the bus as well. And there's no sidewalk in the valley. Yeah, and so most of the time they're walking on the street.
Right.
And so, you know, the drivers aren't being careful. And so I'm just wondering if there was any survey on speed bumps or just to kind of keep them to kind of slow down because, you know, they drive like it's the freeway on the residential
Absolutely.
area.
And that's a perfect place for a speed bump too.
Yeah, so I was just kind of thinking about that because also the lights are not that bright in in the area, and I've also filmed right at that corner of Nalaniaha, right across the pump station, that light is always off. So it's really dark in that area, and so for me, it's safety. That's my thing, my concern, and so I was just wondering if there was any survey, but you already mentioned that, so thank you so for that. Second one, just like I mentioned to the fire department, is there any way that I can coordinate with the HPD as far as a community event or safety event that we can coordinate for the Yucca area, Kalihi Valley area? Because I'm the pastoral council chair for our parish, and so we kind of feed in that area. So I was just wondering if there's someone that I can contact for.
Absolutely. What you would want to do is call the Kalihi Police Station and talk to our community policing team. And the community policing team can set you up with all kinds of programs. That's actually what they do, and they'd be more than happy to. But they can also tell you what programs are also currently in progress, where you can maybe take some examples from another community in the Kalihi area.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And just my last question, I'm sorry. You know the e-bikes, what's the difference between an e-bike and a moped, a motorcycle?
Okay, an e-bike has a smaller engine. It's supposed to have a smaller engine, but what they're doing is they're modifying these bikes that would make them go faster. So a moped has got a bigger engine, and it's the CCs are different. So the e-bikes are supposed to be like a smaller engine for a bicycle, but the problem with it is they're being modified, and that's why they go so fast. And they're
Got it.
going faster than a moped. And an e-bike does not need a license plate, whereas a moped does require a license plate.
Oh, okay, got it.
A lot of
Thank you.
technical,
Right, right.
verbiage kind of things.
Sir, you
Thank
can
you.
go to honolulupd.org, and they have the traffic division made a bunch of PowerPoints describing what a e-bike is and what the limitations and what the laws they're trying to have passed are. One of the things that you can definitely know, if it's considered an e-bike, it has to have pedals, like bicycle pedals. That's the only thing that would be considered an e-bike. Everything other than that is considered a motorcycle.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I see Simeon's hand is up online.
Yes, hi, officer. My question is, for the 988,
Yes, sir.
when someone calls, what is the reaction time for it? As far as, like,
Well, it's more of a crisis hotline, and it depends on what services you're looking for. So it's basically a list of services. If you have somebody elderly that needs assistance, whether you need, a lot of times we're getting 911 calls for assistance with people's children who don't want to go to school, things like that, which is not really technically a crime or a police matter, where they need more of counseling and things like that. And it's also a place where you can get resources. So that's what the 988 is for. It's not for emergency services whatsoever. You still call 911 for that. But 988 is for more of crisis and counseling.
thank you.
It's like for therapeutic support. Are there other questions though from the community, online or in person? Seeing and hearing none. Thank you so much and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Good evening. Up next is Board of Water Supply, Iris Odas, online.
Hi there. Yes, from online. I just have for our main breaks from September, there was one on the 16th near 3432B Kalihi Street, 4-inch main. On the 12th of September, there was a 6-inch main near 2412 Kini Place. And on the 17th of September, there was an 8-inch near 2022 Ao Place. So sorry, yeah, 3 main breaks in September. And my general announcement. It's just, please reduce water usage by 20%. Lower than normal rainfall and higher water demand can impact our water supply. While we're good for now, here are some simple ways you can help ensure that we have fresh drinking water now and into the future. You have 4 things. Turn off the tap when brushing your teeth, washing your hands, or shaving. Shorten showers by a few minutes. Use a garden nozzle on your hose. Irrigate early in the morning to reduce evaporation. So even these small changes can make a big difference. So let's work together to make every drop count. And like always, please go to our boardofwatersupply.com for more tips on how to conserve water. So that's my announcement. And any questions?
Thank you. Any questions from the board? Mr. Sun?
Iris, just following up on the Helena Street, if you know timeframe for paving.
That's the middle school, the road, yeah? You're asking about by
Yeah,
the school.
front of
Yeah.
3 Elementary, or the back
Yeah.
gate from 3 Elementary.
Yes. So I was just told, yeah, we don't have an update to share at this time.
Okay,
So
thank you.
thanks. Mhm.
Thank you. Any other questions from the board, online or in person? Seeing and hearing none. Mr. Rojas has his hand up.
Irish, I have one question for you. So let's say
Yes.
if a family has a a sustainable, like a good size garden at their home. Now let's say because they want to be sustainable, they want to of course they're gonna use more water. Would they get some kind of break for water use? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we charge the water rate as they use water. So if they're using the water, you are still consuming the water. So we do charge for that.
Right.
We do have agriculture rate for larger users. So I would think they probably don't qualify or wouldn't
Would
qualify for the agriculture rate, since that's usually for very large agriculture
yeah.
areas.
So I guess what I'm asking is, could you ask Board of Water Supply, your department, and ask to see if in the future they could do that for people who really grow their own food in the residential area, so that way they get
Um,
kind of break.
I guess it would be hard to say. How do we know if you're using water just for your irrigation, your garden, unless you're going to put in a separate meter for it, a sub meter?
That could be a possibility, or
So
it
they
could
won't.
be a way that you have to show how much you grow on your land space. Because some people have 5 acres, some of them get 1 acre land. Like for example, if you were to live in the countryside,
Yes,
they call that, I think,
gentlemen
country,
lots,
yeah, or
country homes.
or
Yeah,
but again, it's just even in Kalihi Valley, there's some areas where they got over 10,000 square feet, and of course some of them do gardening. But I think I was it was a just a question if you could if there's a possibility that you could make any kind of adjustment for that purpose.
I can ask them, but if those people are interested in it, you could look online for the agricultural rate requests and see how much usage they have to see if it becomes feasible, if it's a break even is feasible to do an agricultural rate.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. But I'll still ask that question, but I think it just would be difficult to do, if you're only watering, I mean, I guess that's just the hard part. How do we determine how much water you're using just for your garden? But you are still using the garden. I mean, excuse me, you are still using our water for the garden. So you are still using our water, which we still have a rate set for whether you drink it or you're watering with it. It's still water usage or toilet. But if you could if you have garden, we also have rain barrels. We have a lot of
Right.
irrigation things, and we have rebates for those kind of things. But if you could capture the water,
Right.
that would be another great way to do it. So that's our way of actually having you use
Mhm.
and save on drinking water. We would prefer that actually,
But
that
yes,
you
please, could you
do
please
rain.
ask that question? I mean, I think it's very important some people have, they put automatic connected to the city side. And I mean, I think it would be a good break for people who, really, really grow food at their house.
Okay. I guess if you can give an example later with me, to see which one who might be. So, I mean, if we should have this on the side. We'll talk about
Okay.
this on the side too.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Just
Okay.
to mention it. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions from the community online or in person? Okay, seeing and hearing none, thank you very much, Iris Oda, and have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Next, we have residents and community concerns, 3 minutes each. Are there any residents or and/or community concerns at this time? Oh, Mr. Liu.
I know I mentioned this, maybe 3 months or 4 months ago about, parishioner at our church, her concern about the, street light that's in front of her house, and that it was covered with trees and the vines within them. But it's all on the, electrical wire, the telephone pole that's in front. So I know someone said they were gonna go take a look at it, and I did a follow-up with that parishioner, and she mentioned no one checked up on it. We're not sure if it's a state or a city issue, and so if someone can go up to her house and take a look at it again, once more, I emailed the video to the other gentleman, but they say they were gonna follow up on that. If someone can do another follow-up, I have the address.
Would you mind sharing that address?
Sure. The address is 1605 Violet Street, Honolulu, Hawaii, 96819.
Gotcha.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. And then, yeah, if there's any update, I just see Kathy's hand is up. Kathy, did you want to respond by any chance?
Hi, this is Kathy from Senator Kim's office. Mr. Lua, do you know if it's you said that the light post is being covered. So is it electrical lines that are also being obscured as well?
Yeah,
Okay, so in that case, a lot of times, in our experience for previously is that we reach out to HECO, because what will happen is, like, for example, the city or we had a case in Moanalua where the city was supposed to remove some vegetation from an abandoned home, and they couldn't do it because it was covering the wires. And so we had to reach out to HECO to do it, because there is rules about, like, certain contractors won't touch the electrical wires. Actually, I believe HECO actually encourages non-HECO crews to not touch it. So yeah, if you can reach out with the address, then we can kind of have HECO take a look and put in a request.
okay, yeah. I just shared it with the gentleman here, the address as far as that. Yeah, and when you go on Google, you can actually see it, like, it's so clear. When you Google that.
Yeah, because you
address.
can on HECO, they do have where you can put in a request through the website as well, just for future notice, to reach out to these people, to HECO, to let them know that vegetation, the electrical wires are being obscured.
Okay, I will let them
Okay.
know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank
Um,
you.
I have one more, but I'll go after Simeon.
Okay, we do have to go up to 5 minutes, so if it's okay, your second one can be 2 minutes, because it was almost a 3 minute.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay, so Simeon?
Yes, I think
Simeon?
it was mentioned before in that situation about 2 meetings ago. Lynn Robinson kind of helped us out on that situation. So as far as that, I think we could get more information from Lynn as far as on the city side.
Okay. Thank you, Simeon. And did you want to go back to your second?
It's just, yeah, well, Mike, the other concern is like vehicles being, I know I mentioned about abandoned vehicles. And now the public streets are now being treated like garages. And so, and like they park multiple cars. And so I'm not sure if there's any law about that or how it goes about, as far as street parking, as people treating it like their own garage where they just kind of park their cars without moving.
Right.
So is that considered abandoned cars?
Oh, it looks like Simeon, you have your hand up. I think you might have the answer.
Yes,
Do you want to
Honor, I like that you mentioned that situation because there's a lot been parking like almost on the road, you know. I think that's a big issue, and I think good thing that you brought it out, and I think we should ask.
But yeah, I
the-
believe there's an,
So
Yeah.
people are using cones. Is that legal or is that illegal?
So block parking space.
to block parking spaces, right?
Because I want it on record, right? You're saying that it's illegal.
Oh, okay, Mr. Hussey? I remember that situation, but yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to mention that I don't think it's legal to block, use cones to try to
He's not
allocate.
muted, but we can't hear him.
You're on mute,
Um,
but we cannot hear you.
Oh, really?
He's not muted, but we can't hear him.
Oh, yeah,
I-
you're unmuted. We see you're unmuted on.
Yeah.
Webex. It might
Does this
be
work?
like
Can you hear me
your
now?
Actual hearing, like
Hold on.
your mic that's mute.
I'm sorry, I'm traveling.
Or
I'm traveling, and
covered.
so.
We can hear you online.
Oh, really?
You know, you
Or
gotta
the
hear
bar.
the-
Yeah, just fly back.
You know what? I'll make it easier. I'll just put my comments into the chat, and
Still
I'll
can't hear
Still
you.
cannot hear.
I'll put my comments into the chat.
He says he'll put his comments into the chat.
I know, I hear. Yeah.
Oh, you guys got that?
He'll get to us. But you'll have a response for that. That has happened though before. I think we'll get a response. I think you can even ask Lynn Robinson about that too. So in the assent section. But is there other?
Should have asked the police department when they were online.
Oh, maybe that too.
I know.
That would've been the best.
There's a lot of questions that I want to ask, so that's why I asked for it. Yeah.
Yeah, are there other residents and community concerns about this time? Oh. You can bring them up, towards the, if, are you gonna be towards the end, maybe at 9? If not, you can.
Well, I just wanted to let the public know that we are understaffed at the Kalihi Valley Pool with lifeguards. So more than not, on a weekly basis, I'm getting emails saying that the pool is closed today due to understaffing. So just giving a shout out that there's anyone out there who would like to be a lifeguard and has the, qualifications, that the Kalihi Valley Pool would welcome applicants. Because if they are understaffed, they have to shut down the pool. Yeah, but they do a really good job, but if the lifeguards don't come in, for whatever reason, they have to shut down the pool. But I notice I've been getting emails, at least weekly, saying it's gonna be closed tomorrow, so it seems to be happening more often. So just letting the public know if there are people that they know that wanna work at our Kalihi Valley Pool. It's a great place. They have good programs, water exercise, swimming classes for the kids. So just letting the public know that we need lifeguards. All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
The gentleman wanna, does he have something to say?
Oh, yeah, Dina, did you want to share your flyer now? It's just in case. Yeah.
This is more for like, what I was talking about, Kalihi Valley Gym. This is their haunted house and Halloween contest. So, and Chris put it on your guys' newsletter, so that was pretty cool. You guys did that for us.
Yeah, we may need a better, more, because I can't scan the QR code. We're not
Okay.
to inform about that, yeah.
Yeah, but that's going on in the 21st. And then since Amanda's here, I don't know if you guys get involved with the parks in Kalakaua School. Because that's what I was hoping, you guys would do that too. If the park would come, because theirs is on the 21st.
Same event or like?
They had two different events for two different parks.
Okay.
So that's the thing with this area is that you got Kalihi Valley and Kalihi Palama. So that's the other thing. It would be cool if we could do some stuff jointly and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Bring everyone, look this together.
And the other thing that's this weekend, I know it's not pretty much a city event, but it's something that's gonna affect traffic. Kalihi, it's the Boots and Beers at the Bishop Museum, so.
This Saturday.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that they have in the museum, so that's what's happened. And this is a personal one. I did the 311 app. And I got them a couple months, like 3 or 4 months ago to showing the potholes in our street. And then they came out last month and they fixed the potholes and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's the kind of stuff Rapati would report on the 311 app. Or I don't know what. I just tried, so I don't know if that's the kind of stuff you do on the 311. I learned that from Mr. Franklin about the stuff on the 311 app, so that seems to work.
Sorry,
Takes
what
up
you
time.
want, what you want me to report on the 311?
If you had any issues with the streets and stuff,
Oh, not the one that she mentioned, the 988.
no, this is the one that's on this line.
So 311 is an app. 988 is
For-
basically a national suicide line, actually, crisis line.
Hmm.
Yeah. And if you're looking for general information and resources, you can call 211 where I work. Don't request for me. You'll get any specialist that's available.
So not to forget the parade.
Oh, yes, the parade.
If you guys, I sent out you guys email and stuff for signing up,
Yes.
so I'll report again next month.
So what do you want us to bring for the parade? Candy?
Is you guys gonna march it?
Yeah, which side is that?
It's up to you guys, what you guys want.
Truck and a bunch of candy, so that the right kids,
Yeah, so.
just not rock.
So, but you just have to fill out the form. So, she's asking her that because she has to fill out the form. He's just the coordinator.
Yeah, and then,
Yeah.
are you guys gonna march with them?
Yeah, I'm gonna work with Diosa from the other one. Yeah, Amanda. I think she assigned Diosa, right, to be in charge of the parade this year. Okay.
The Christmas parade.
Was it Diosa?
Christmas parade.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I can work with Diosa. Make sure we have the form full out and everything, like last year. We're just gonna make sure we meet and make sure everyone brings what we have to bring.
That's it,
Thank you.
basically what I think, so. Okay.
Thank you so much. And if there are no more community concerns at this time, then we can move on to our presentation with Global Preservation Initiative on Sand Island State Recreation Area, Aaron McGee.
Here.
Yeah, you can sit here. Did you have like the physical presentation or?
Yes, I do. Would you like me to share it? I have it on my computer or I can send you a link.
It's on Canva, I think.
Yeah, I believe it
Would-
emails the link.
You want to email me a link?
I emailed.
Email it to me, because I didn't forward it.
Oh, that's fine.
I
if
can
you-
send it now.
Yeah, you can send it. I'll throw it up here.
It is the
And the link.
Canva link. Okay. It'll show up. I'll forward the link right now just to be sure. Oh, no, that's a rough line.
So how many boards do you have to go to?
This is my first one.
How many do you have to go to though?
I don't have to go to anyone. I reached out to them actually. And we've been doing this project for a couple of years now. I just want to bring some awareness to what we've been doing.
It should be just up to 10 minutes, I think, including, I shouldn't have includes running, maybe. But
And you guys have been doing it for several years, so you guys started the restoration of the park.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That should be in your presentation.
Yeah. I'll talk about what we've been doing so far.
What are you doing about the dragon boat?
The what?
The dragon boat.
The dragon boats? Not doing anything with them. That's.
Wait, the dragon boats is but a boat ramp, right? Storage, but canoes and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we,
talking about the
Further
park.
down, they're talking
You guys-
down.
You guys only do the park, right?
yeah, we've done a couple of things in the boat harbor area, but that's not too much of our
we're able to share it.
focus.
Yes.
Are there any videos or anything in that?
No,
Gotcha.
just focus.
I think that's the first page.
Yep.
slide, just a tad bit, better with it.
Okay. Good to go.
Yeah.
All right, well, aloha, good evening. My name is Aaron. I'm the Executive Director for Global Preservation Initiative. We're an Oahu-based nonprofit preserving shared human and environmental health. We do this through cleanups and restoration, as well as education about plastic pollution and the importance of our oceans. And one area that we've been working in is Sand Island State Recreation Area. So we started there in January of 2023. And next slide. We'll give some backstory on the area. Sand Island is a artificially man-made landmass from the backfill of the dredging of the Kalihi Lagoon. In the 1940s, it was used as an internment camp for about 600 Japanese Americans. After that, in the 50s, it was used as an industrial illegal dumping site. And in the 70s, over 100 Native Hawaiian families began to occupy the space and build a village along the coastline. And then they were evicted from the property in the 80s when the state turned it into a park. Today, it serves as a 14-acre state park. I guess 14 of acres of the entire landmass or the state park. And it is a critical and vital community resource, being one of the few coastline accesses and green spaces in what is otherwise a big industrial zoned area. We can go to the next slide. So our work, I started working in Sand Island. First of all, I'm born and raised on Oahu. For me, Sand Island was just the place I go to pick up my car when it gets towed. I had no idea that Sand Island has a beach park or any coastline access at all. But I went there looking for a place to hold a beach cleanup. While I was in the park, I met the Hawaii Softball Foundation that has been leasing a portion of the park from the DLNR. They built several softball fields and host softball tournaments and games for a bunch of schools and colleges. And they expressed a strong need for restoration efforts and beautifying the space because there's really decades of neglect. So our work focuses in three main areas. Our first one are cleanups. Since January of 2023, we've hosted 24 cleanup events, bringing in 1,000 volunteers just into this site alone, with 2,600 volunteer hours into the park, removing over 9,000 pounds of trash. I will say it is visibly more clean, but there are many thousands of pounds of trash more to go. Once again, this is just in our Sand Island site. Next slide. After that, we get into reclaiming the land that has largely been lost to invasive plants, primarily the longthorn keawe, which you probably know it makes it very uncomfortable to walk through the area or sit down because you're going to get poked with these 3-inch thorns. So we cleared about 74,000 square feet of these invasives, which, next slide, made space for native plants, which we put 100 of them into the park so far. Next slide. So we have two main projects that you can see highlighted in yellow. Slide. The first one is around the softball fields. This is a little bit of an out-of-date satellite photo, but we'll go to the next slide. So what we did here was around the perimeter of these softball fields, we put in 76 native trees, which will eventually provide shade for families as they sit and watch the games. You can see that when we started this in November of 2023, this was to celebrate Arbor Day Hawaii, a day focused on planting trees across the state. You can see how dry and barren the soil is. And then next slide. This is December of 2024. Really a huge transformation. This is our volunteers weeding around those healthy, thriving trees and the help of irrigation, bringing some vegetation back into the space. Next slide. Our other project that we just started this year is located next to the bathrooms and the beach showers at the very end of the park. Slide. So we started this in April of this year for Earth Day. And the idea is that when people use these beach showers, because it's on a slight incline, the water runs down and This is a very dry area, so the plants just grow abundantly here, but mainly watering weeds and invasives. So the idea was to clear out those invasives and put in native plants that would filter the water runoff and thrive just off the runoff alone. Next slide. So that made space for 24 additional plants. These are mostly shrubs and low-lying plants. Next slide. We came back in June for Oceans Month, putting up some wooden posts and a protective rope fencing, so you can see in the next slide. So this area is super wide open and clear at the moment. It was covered by about 15-foot invasive chayote plants across that whole open area that you're seeing there. And the future of this project will be back in November, November 8th, so 1 month from today, with volunteers. We'll be putting an additional 140 plants in this area here, low-lying shrubs, Naupaka, Pohinahina. And then we'll be putting an additional 40 large shade trees around the perimeter of the softball field. So 180 plants total on that day. And of course, continuing the litter removal, the weeding and the removal of invasives. The next slide. This is all done through collaborative efforts. For this park, we work with the Department of Land and Natural Resources, their Division of State Parks. We have a Adopt a Park agreement with them for our 3rd year in a row. And also our main other partnership is the Hawaii Softball Foundation that provides operational support and connections in the community. So a lot of our events that we've done there at Sand Island are with schools, clubs, other nonprofits, businesses and their employees. So a lot of private events. Next slide. So moving forward, we will continue to do those private events upon request. We're going to also be expanding to do bi-monthly large community work days. So we think between 40 and 100 plus volunteers coming out in January, April, June, September, and November to clear trash, remove invasives, plant new trees. So just creating these opportunities for community in the area to come into the space. Most of them experience it for the first time ever, because most people have never been to Sand Island State Park. So you're welcome to, that QR code provides information to our website or sign up for future events, or if you want to connect us with groups that might be interested in getting out there. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I have a question.
Oh, yes. Mr. Song has a question.
Community service for kids, do they be able to get that through doing your cleanups?
Yeah, we do a lot of work with students. One of our really successful programs is with Kalakaua Middle School, where we go in through 6th and 7th grade and deliver our education classroom curriculum. And then we bring them to Sand Island. Last year we did with their 7th graders, we brought 100 of them out to the park and they cleared up 1,700 pounds of trash in 2 hours. So it's super successful event. The kids loved it. And we're looking to expand with a lot more schools in this Kalihi Palama district because we want to get them out to one of their few green spaces and get to see the space, get back to it, spend time outside.
So for this November 8th event,
yes,
if kids show up and they want to use it for community service, would they have a forum and they need you or one of your team to sign off on?
Yeah, so they would have a parent sign them up, basically saying that the parent takes responsibility for the student or the child being there. And then there's going to be plenty of adults to supervise that so kids can show up. And then if they were a student and they needed like a proof of volunteer hours, if it's like a National Honor Society or something like that, we can provide a letter showing that they actually participated in what they did.
I think if the schools volunteer their organizations, they have to get a filter form, is what you're asking for. So in the DOE, we have to get that approved, and if it's not approved, they cannot volunteer for that. So the principal has to see it first. So once the principal approves it, they take the field trip home, go home, parents sign it, and then they can volunteer for his event. Yeah, that's how the DOE works.
Okay.
So, and I know you have your legal forms as well that they have to fill out, so that's upon the field trip forms that they have to fill out as well.
Yes.
My take, question, sorry.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So, were you part of the groups prior to this? Because I know there were prior groups to cleaning up Sen Island before you guys. So are you part of that group? Because I know they had one in 2003, in 2004, 2014, 2018.
I am not, we are new to this space, so I don't live in the Kalihi district. I live in Wailupe, so I'm a visitor to the space. But I'm new to this, so we have just signed our adopt a park with the DLNR in 2023. And yeah.
Just kind of curious, how did you, like, what made you decide to go to Staten Island as your project?
I was looking for a place. I was just on Apple Maps looking at all the coastlines around the island and seeing where I had been. And I really just drove around the island and stopped at every beach park and assessed what the scope of the work was. And when I got to Sand Island, I realized it was like a sandbox for community service. There was so few people there. There were so many issues. It was wide open. It's really a beautiful site, and it has a really complex history, both culturally, environmentally, economically, being in the middle of the industrial district. And just talking with the groups that are already working there, state, realizing that there are a lot of challenges, and it's so unknown. I thought it seemed really exciting to me, and that there was just so much work to be done. Pretty eager to
I
get
just want to thank you for that, recognizing our community and especially someone from the outside trying to come inside and help us out. And you studied, you hit it on point with all the history. So I'm glad that you took the time to learn the history of our community. It's not like someone that's coming in and they want to do what they want to do. Yeah, so I appreciate you, and I would love to get some groups to come and help you out with this project, because this is our neighborhood, our home, and so you mentioned it, and so I just want to thank you for that.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I wanted to make a comment. Yes. Growing up in Kalihi, San Island to us was special.
Right.
Number one, that's where I learned how to drive. My father took us there, because wide open space, you're not gonna bang anybody.
Yeah.
Number two, my brothers learned how to surf at San Island. Number three, we went camping. San Island is one of those places that's really unrecognized.
Right.
And it's gone through a roller coaster of people paying attention, cleaning it up. And then for a while, it gets back to, being neglected.
Right.
My husband was involved with construction companies that did the softball fields. So there's been attention, but it's always been like short term. So thank you for what you're doing, and we will support you 100%. The San Island is very special too, especially Kalihi. There's a mystique about it. People will say, "Whoa, you're gonna go San Island?" Like it's kind of a rugged area.
Right.
There's wild dogs at night.
Right.
So you don't want to be going there nighttime, but thank you. We've always found San Island very endearing to us, especially those of us growing up in Italy. Lots of parking. You can do a picnic there and not worry. You go to Waikiki or Alamana Park, no parking. San Island has parking. So who's doing the bathrooms? Do you know the bathrooms, the showers? Anybody working on that part?
The bathrooms were just redone, I believe, last year. They're really pretty clean. There's so few guests in the park. You walk in there, it's like, you get the whole bathroom to yourself, and it's pristine.
So we got to start going back.
We got to start going back.
Right.
Thank you. What was your name, Eric? Thank you.
Aaron, yes. Thank you.
Thank you. And then we have one more question from online. Simeon? Simeon, can you hear us? If you're talking, you are muted.
Request to unmute.
Okay.
Device.
Possibly. Does anyone else have any questions, or Mr. Sogi, I think you have a?
No.
No? Okay.
Thank you, Aaron, though.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
We'll definitely work with you. And then if you have a flyer for November 8th, we
I
need to
can
put it.
send that to you, yes.
Yes, please. So we can put it on our newsletter. And the Google.
Aaron, the next, organized cleanup will be November 8th.
Yes,
That's the next one.
yeah, and then we'll be back every like other month for 2026. So we're gonna be kind of piloting that idea of bi-monthly work days because we have so much demand that it's just tough. We've been prioritizing the groups that individually reach out to us. But when we do these larger events, we have like
Because November 8th is open to
everyone.
everybody.
Yeah,
Just show up.
bring the family. We got all the supplies. All you need is shoes basically, and we'll take care of the rest.
What time to what time?
It's gonna be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Oh.
And yeah, we're all the way at the last parking lot of the park near the softball fields.
Then we could have a picnic after.
Yeah. Let's organize that.
Yeah, we're gonna have some, we're partnering with the Kokua Hawaii Foundation for that day, so we'll have a bunch of education booths there as well, other groups that will be sharing about what they're doing. And there's also gonna be a softball tournament that day, so plenty of foot traffic in the park. You can check out the fields in action.
Are you guys also looking at the campsite areas?
We are not, but we
Okay.
primarily focus on the very end of the park.
Okay.
Are you looking for a lot of volunteers or just, because if we're looking for a lot of volunteers, we could invite more people. Or is it you have max capacity already?
We are just pushing this event starting today. Today was our last walkthrough of the space. So right now we have 2 people signed up, but I mean, obviously, because we haven't sent anything out. I mean, I would say invite, and we can handle. I mean, if we have to cut it off, we will, but we'd rather reach that point where we have to cut it
You
off.
need to register
Yeah.
for coming
Yeah, I'll just put in your name, your email
on.
on our website, yes.
Oh,
So I can send you the link and the flyer to that.
So water and foods provided?
I don't believe we have food secured at the moment, but we do have water. There's gonna be some water bottle filling stations, people, plenty of shade. It is dry over there and hot, so.
I think you came to the right community because this is our home. So you came to the right one. Yeah, Kalihi. That's the next one.
You intend to go to Kalihi Palama, that's
Yeah.
next week.
With Amanda, yes, I'll be there.
Yeah, we both made sure to have them for the October presentations.
Yeah.
Glad you told us about November, so now we can get that out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can continue to share as we have future events as well.
Yes.
This might be a good event for Major then. His group to come out.
Right,
So I'll reach out to Major and let them know he'll sign up a good 100 people.
it's from Salvation Army
Okay,
Rehab. It's gonna be like basically all men. Yeah.
there we go.
Big 100 people team.
So I mean, that's gonna ask about limit size, right? Because
Okay,
if we. if
we're
we-
looking at like a max of probably around 120 people, so.
Yeah,
if-
we probably max you out then. I'll leave Major out for now.
Okay, we could set up a private work day. Usually if the group is above 30 people on their own, we'll designate it as their own work day,
Okay.
just so that it doesn't feel like people showed up to someone else's event.
Yeah.
Which we've experienced in the past, when we have like a group of 60 people from a church and the rest of the volunteers feel like, is this the church's event? Why am I here? So we don't want to create
Right.
that environment.
Or we could limit it with Major and, the rest could supply food. We could do
Okay.
it that way, if that's,
Yeah, we can work something out. We definitely want to get people there rather than turn them away, so
Yeah.
whatever we can do.
But just let us know at least a week or two in advance,
Okay,
if you need more people.
And I do see Simeon has his hand up. Did you wanna unmute Simeon?
Yeah, I would like to thank
you'd like to
this
ask a
gentleman
question.
that, can you hear me? Yeah, I would like
We're
to
not
thank,
going to hear
We
you.
can't hear.
It's our side.
I think it's our side. Go back to the mute again.
He's unmuted.
No, go to your speaker system again. It might be on our side. Not video, the other one.
Speaker. Could it be our side?
Yeah, there's someone back on again. How come?
Oh, okay. Oh no, who's this? Okay, Simin, can you speak? Oh, test.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Oops,
Hey, thank you so much for what you're doing. I looking at your numbers and everything. Are you guys a nonprofit organization?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at your numbers based upon your volunteers that really helped you out in the beginning. That's what we're searching for here for our community as well. I would like to be in touch with you. My colleague board member Alan, you could give your information later on when you get the chance. I would appreciate that. We have a committee here in Kalihi Valley for cleanup and as well as a sustainability, but we're changing it. We're gonna change the name into Malama Aina or Aloha Aina, which is hopefully that we're trying to clean up our community as far as like the streams, as far as whatever we can do to clean up the whole Kalihi Valley. So yeah, our focus is in Kalihi Valley. I know your focus only on Sand Island or pretty much wherever you can?
We work across the island. Our two main sites are Sand Island and Makapu'u Beach Park, where we do ongoing restoration. We've worked with basically all over everywhere just to meet the needs of schools and community groups.
Okay. So while I was hearing your conversation, if you ever have a lot of volunteers and they want to help out, please reach out to us. We need a lot of we need more volunteers to, get the cleanup going. Thank you so much for what you did.
And if we have events, we can always pass it on to them too, like when we're there instead, so.
Yeah,
definitely.
Thank you, Aaron.
Can that presentation be emailed to us?
Oh,
The full
yeah.
presentation?
We can-
It can be emailed and put in the community Google Drive too.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Okay, up next is city elected officials, Mayor Rick Langiardi's representative, Bandmaster Clark Bright. Is he online?
He is not present this evening,
No.
but I do have the memo if you would like me to read it for the record. If not, I could put it in the Google Drive. It's totally up to you.
Did you guys want to hear, if anyone had any questions or answers they wanted to hear from Mr. or Bandmaster Clark Bright? You have the. It's that.
There were two follow-ups from last month.
Two follow-ups. Okay, we can just read those then.
Gotcha.
Yeah, thank you.
Um,
Just in case anyone, especially people who are not here, I want them to be able to hear from video record.
Okay, so. Okay, so with Bandmaster Clark not being present, I do have a copy of the memo. So for highlights for the mayor's newsletter, Oahu and all of Hawaii says farewell to a legendary musician who left a lasting impact on the island music scene. The newly inaugurated members of the Honolulu Ocean Safety Commission hold their first meeting at Honolulu Hale. Mayor Blangiardi welcomes a Harvard Bloomberg City Hall Fellow to Oahu to help with housing and regulatory reform. The Honolulu Charter Commission seeks input from island residents about potential amendments to the city's governing document. The Skyline service expands this month to new stations, including at Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam and the Honolulu Airport. So for department issue follow-ups, request for investigation into restaurant customers using trash bin belonging to a resident. A resident reported that Cam Convenience Fast Food and Groceries located at 1437 Cam 4 is not providing a public trash can for its customers. As a result, they're discarding waste in the residents' private trash bins. The Department of Environmental Services replied on September 3rd, 2025. A Department of Environmental Services refuse inspector visited the location and observed that the residents' residential trash bins were located inside private property against the resident's gate, adjacent to the Cam Convenience Fast Food and Groceries wall, making the trash carts easily accessible to store customers and others. The E&V inspector spoke to the store owner and recommended that they provide a designated trash bin for their customers to help prevent littering and reduce the likelihood of trash ending up in neighboring properties' carts. On September 10th, 2025, the resident was contacted and advised to move their trash bins further onto the property to discourage easy access or unauthorized use by the public. The resident was also advised to contact HPD if any trespassing is observed on their property. Should you have any other questions or concerns, please call Ms. Erica Dacklison, Acting Assistant Collection Administrator for the E&V Refuse Division at 808-768-3472. The other follow-up was traffic signage request, Lehua and Kalihi. A resident requested consideration of additional one-way, no right turn signage at the intersection of Lehua and Kalihi Streets due to ongoing improper right turns and insufficient current signage. Department of Transportation Services replied that they completed their investigation at the intersection of Lehua and Kalihi Streets, which included a review of the area's traffic collision history and a site inspection. A review of the area's collision history within the past 3 years did not reveal any trends or unusual conditions which would require the need for any additional traffic control measures. Their site inspection revealed that the existing do not enter sign is in good operational condition. However, the existing one-way signs on the Mauka KKHD corner are defaced and faded. As such, a work order reference PSWO 38762 will be issued to the Department of Facility Maintenance to replace these signs, and will be installing an additional one-way sign on the Mackay corner to remind motorists that Lehua Street is one-way. That's all the updates.
Thank you very much. And then next we're going to, if you guys have any questions for Bandmaster Cartwright, feel free to email me or even email, can we email you as well?
Yes.
Yeah, we can also email Jeffrey.Jones
Yes.
at
Honolulu.gov.
But up next, we'll move on to Councilmember Tyler Dos Santos Tam's office. Constituent Services Director Lynn Robinson. Is Lynn online? No, okay. She may come on later, so we'll just table her and we will move on to state and federal elected officials. Governor Josh Green's representative, I think we're still pending an assignment, so we will table that if just in case we do get her up on as well. But we'll now move on to Senator Donna Mercado Kim's office representative Kathy Nee, which I use.
Representative also online.
Oh, both of you are on. Okay, either one.
I'm online. Let's see, let's put my video on. There we go. Aloha, everyone. Aloha, Chair and members. My community report has been emailed to all of you, and if you are in the community and haven't gotten one and would like to get one ahead of time, then be sure to leave your email for us, and we will be sure to include you on our mailing for next month. Community updates. We have had some calls regarding traffic on School Street, namely between Hoftailing and all the way up to Kalama Street by St. Teresa Church, and there's speeding going on. It's really unsafe, and so we asked State DOT to look into this area and explore ways in which we can work with the city, because it is a city street. And we are going to also work with our council member to see what kind of calming traffic measures we can put in that area, especially with the new housing, the elderly senior housing that's coming up. And, you know, we have Lanakila School there. The Kalihi School, where I went to school, is just, street over. And so there's a lot of stuff going on in that area. The park is also there, and we just want to make sure that the residents are safe. And it's been going on for too long, as residents brought that up with us. Speed limit signs on Like back in August, the speed limit was raised to 35 miles per hour based on a lot of the concerns that you folks raised. And last month, board members reported that the old speed limit sign still says 25 miles. And so we'll go ahead and make sure that those signs get replaced. We're working with DOT. Update on Kalihi School and Stream project. We met with the DOE superintendent and head of the DOE's Office of Facilities Operations to discuss the classes and possibly reinstituting the Stream project at the school. We had board member Alan Kumalai as well as Lynette also join us, a resident also in the district. And as we met with the superintendent as well as the chair of the education committee, Senator Michelle Kidani. And so we brought our concerns to him, and he said he will get back to us. And so we are waiting. The reason we did meet with him was when we met with the CAS and the school principal, They said they would have some kind of resolve for us at the next SCC meeting. That didn't occur. They didn't give us a date when they would, and so we took the next step to meet with the superintendent. And then the next step, if no resolution, is to go to the Board of Education. And that's when we're going to ask community to come out in force, if in fact that's what's going to happen. So we'll keep you posted, and I'm sure Kumalais will also keep you posted on that. Some of the community events that's been going on, I did visit with the seniors at Kalihi Y in honor of Grandparents' Day. I distributed backpacks at Kapalama Elementary and Kalihi Elementary to first graders. These were compliments of National Foundation of Women Legislators, of which I was awarded 100 backpacks to give out to our schools. In past years, I did Kaivai and Kalihi Waiena, and this year we did Kapalama and Kalihi L. 40th anniversary of the Hyperbaric Treatment Center in Kuakini Hospital. I don't know if you folks know it's in there. It's an amazing place you can go and visit. That hyperbaric center is not, or treatment is not just for people that has the bends or from diving, but they are found that it can address a number of issues. And one of the issues I raised is whether or not it can deal with dementia. And they said they have seen cases where it has worked. They don't have enough research on that, but I urge them to do the more research, because that could be a game changer, because more and more of our elderly are getting dementia. And I'm just thinking about myself in the event that happens to me. So, and then finally, Kaiser, the Hawaii Permanente Medical Group, celebrated its 65th anniversary, and the medical center its 40th anniversary. And legislators as well as council members were there to honor them with certificates of congratulations. And with that, I think I covered it. I know Kathy was on, and she also contributed to some of the discussion you had earlier while I was at the Mauna Loa Valley meeting. But I'm here to answer any questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the board online or in person? Mr. Sutton?
Your event that you did at Farrington Library.
Yes.
I'm working with Amanda Stuyet, and we're doing another event November 15th at Kalihi Valley District Park. I'm just working on the permit. Once when I have the permit secured, I'll let you know.
I think I'll be gone. I think I'll be gone on November 15th. I have a National Foundation of Women Legislators meeting in San Antonio.
Okay,
So,
but I'm just
yeah.
saying, continuing that conversation, majority of the same stakeholders will still be there. And we are inviting a few more people to this event.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to miss it, but I'll have staff or somebody there representing me.
The main goal of this meeting, though, is we want the community there. So the community is going to go in and express their concerns, especially with all the shootings in this area.
Good.
And Shirley Temple has her event last day, and I was the only neighborhood board commission person there, finding out what why there's so much shooting. And so they expressed their concerns with us, and the police knows who they are and where they're coming from. So we just want to address all that.
And as we had at our meeting, we had a lot of the nonprofits there. I think Adult Friends for Youth and some of the other agencies, Palama Settlement, that deal with our youth, are key in working with these individuals to get them interested in more productive things to do. So yeah, we'll continue to work with them.
So the majority of them are there. A lot of the KPT organizations will be there. Only other one that haven't seen at any of these events is Oceania, the Micronesian group. So I'm inviting them to the table. And any other ones that you think about, let them know. So we could bring them to the table and have a voice. But the main thing is community. I want the people, the residents there. Just give me an update on what we started.
Okay.
Thank you. And then Mr. Liwa?
Hi, Senator. I just want to thank you again for Officer O, Suzanne O.
Yeah,
for
you're
your
so
letter that
welcome.
you presented to the family, and so the family wanted to tell me to tell you thank you. For take out of your time to spend the time to write that letter on behalf of you to a lady gov. And so they wanted me to make sure I tell you in person, and I want to tell you thank you for all your support that you've given to us Samoan community and stuff like that. And I follow your social media. That's where I get my information is through your social media. And so thank you for supporting us here in Kalihi area.
Well, thank you too. And thank my staff for keeping me abreast with, so keeping us current on the social media, because it does take a lot. So thank you guys for acknowledging that.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the community, online or in person? Seeing and hearing none. Well, thank you so much, Donna Mercado Kim, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Up next is Representative Ikaika Hasi. I hope our
Okay.
can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. That's great. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. I sent by email to to all the board members my report for this evening, but I'll go through it briefly while I have your attention on the Zoom. So the first thing is my office is experimenting with an online app that we've developed just to manage all of the inquiries and concerns from the community. So we set up a basic website. It's pretty simple, and it's basically just a front end to the internal database that we use, that our office uses to track constituent concerns. So that website is hawaii29.com. It's because this is the 29th House District, so hawaii29.com. So feel free to check that out. And, it is very beta. So please, if there's any problems, just let me know, send me a note, and we'll make sure that it gets addressed. Okay. In terms of District 29 issues, Senator Kim mentioned the Kaiwai stream program. And yeah, so she covered it, I think, in great detail. Just want to note that we're still waiting on the district superintendent to transmit a letter from the facilities office with their policy and position on the program. The Kalihi Safety Task Force met earlier this past week. This is a task force that Representative Templo has launched and is spearheaded. And so that was a very good meeting. There were some key takeaways that were at least informative for myself. The key one for me was that the violence that we're witnessing is not random. HPD spoke about how it's really gang on gang violence. And they were saying that one of the key things that they need to be successful in their gang interdiction activities is to be able to control vehicular access to KPT. And so they mentioned that they have been wanting to have an arm that can go up and down to prevent vehicles from entering the KPT property. There might be some hangups with the city and county because it is a public road. So I committed that I would work with the city and county to try to address that particular desire from HPD. We had a constituent concern about illegal parking near the intersections of Elua Street, kind of up in the valley, and also Kalihi Street. So Elua and Kalihi. And so we're drafting a letter to the city and county requesting signage and enforcement to look at those particular intersections. We also had a constituent suggestion for the School Street Like intersection, where we can no longer make a right turn. When you're traveling Eva bound on School Street onto Like. And so the idea that the constituent had was to have a right turn arrow that coincides with the opposite arrow going the other direction. So that's a good idea, I thought. So we're drafting a letter to Hawaii Department of Transportation requesting a formal study of that idea. Another issue that we're looking at, well, for Kalihi itself, is there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be negatively affected by the shutdown, the federal shutdown. My understanding is that the first missed paychecks will occur this Friday. And so I've been talking with the pantry, which is it's a food bank near Rose Street area. And so we're going to be doing a food drive. So if you're familiar with the the retail space that we've been rehabilitating across from Kalihi Elementary School. That's going to be one of the places to collect food. They're requesting. Actually, I have a whole list that I can put into this chat here. One second, please. Here we go. Hopefully, this attachment will work.
Just locked himself out of the meeting.
Yeah.
He just kicked himself out of the meeting. Oh, no.
What we can do is we can circle back. We can table him for now, I guess, until he comes back. I don't know how long it will take for him to come back, but.
Well, can I just add to that? I'm glad he brought up the federal issue because we were told that HECO is offering interest-free payments options to customers that are affected by the shutdown. And so they would have interest-free monthly installment plans that could include payment arrangement or extensions of their monthly bills. So if you are interested, you can visit HECO's website for more information. And that website is www.hawaiianelectric.com/billing-and-assistance/payment. So, or you can call 808-543-7811. 543-7811. So I just thought I'd add that in. I forgot to say that.
Thank you. Okay. He's trying to get back. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ikaika says he's trying to get back on, but it's not working. So yeah, if it's gonna take a please share my report with votes. Okay, it was towards the end anyway. So if anything, I can read off statewide issues. So the federal shutdown impacts. His office is closely monitoring the impacts of the federal shutdown, particularly the impact on key programs such as WIC, budgeting our response to federal abandonment. The federal government is retreating from many of its core responsibilities to the American people. My position is that Hawaii should carry on the kuleana that the federal government is abandoning, such as healthcare, long-term care, SNAP, and anti-corruption. This requires developing the strength and capacity of our local government. I recommend increasing taxes on the ultra wealthy who own 11% of Hawaii's private land and tend to pay lower taxes than other citizens. I intend to introduce legislation towards this goal in the 2026 session.
He just got back.
Sorry.
On.
Sorry about that. Okay, now I can't find my report. Here we go. Just real quick, I know I'm taking a lot of time, but the another major issue that we're looking at is the military leases. The state is currently negotiating an exchange of public lands with the US DoD, and I've requested a letter, sort of like legal opinions, but not quite at the level of legal opinions from the Legislative Reference Bureau and House Majority Staff Office, indicating that any transfer or exchange of land would be subject to legislative review, and it requires a supermajority approval from the legislature. And the final thing is just to note that there's finance committee. I'm currently on Maui for finance committee visits of key state programs here on Maui. So today we went to UH Maui, Maui Memorial, the food bank. Tomorrow we're going to see Mahipono, the rebuilding of Kamehameha, the third school, and some other sites. So I'm sorry I can't be there with you in person this evening. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. But are there any questions for Mr. Hussey online or a person from the board? Mr. Sun.
You'll be able to join us on the 15th, right?
Yes, I have it on my calendar.
Okay. And if I have problems with the permit, I'm gonna reach out to you for assistance.
Okay, I'll try my best.
And then Mr. Liwa.
Sorry, I just want to go back to, I know you were trying to speak earlier and we couldn't hear. I just wanted to hear what your comments or feedback was when I talked about parking, garage, homes being reserved in streets. And so I just wanted to hear what you were saying.
Yeah, thank you. So this is something that our neighborhood board's been looking at over many years. And my basic understanding is that you're not supposed to reserve reserve street parking because it's all public, right? You're not supposed to reserve street parking using cones, and it's also not, you're not supposed to park on the unimproved sidewalks. It's like the areas which would be sidewalk if we had the budget to build sidewalks, because that should be for pedestrians. Which is one of the reasons why something that I'd like to try to figure out a solution to is how to allocate more parking areas off street that people could use, and that way pedestrians would have free and easy access to all of the all of what should be sidewalks.
So those who have signs on their fence saying, do not park in front of their house, vehicles will be towed, that is not signed by the city or state, right? That's on their
That's
fence, their personal fence line. Zip tie.
my understanding. My understanding of the laws is that uh, they, the area right in front of their property, as much as they might want it to be theirs, it's really not theirs. It's public land.
Okay.
Except in some situations, it's important to caveat this, that there's all these spots within Kalihi Valley in particular where areas are used as public roads, but they're really private. Like they're owned by private trust, or they were developed by an individual, and that person or family has long since passed, and so the ownership is sort of cloudy, and in those situations, right, it's actually really tricky to figure out what you're supposed to do where. And I know that Councilmember Dos Santos Tam has really thought about this a lot. And I think that my understanding is that there's resources that the city and county has to indicate really with granularity where is public and where is private. But I think it's better to err on the idea that the roads are public and should be available for all to use.
Thank you. And I do also see Simeon Tan is up online.
Yes, I think, as you mentioned, Violet Street now it's coming more clear. I think the last time we talked about it, it was about public road, and I think that was the big issue about it. So either they was going to do it on their own expense, or the city was gonna get involved to bring us someone to help those individual, because it was a private road issue, and that's, I think, what we're facing here in Kalihi Valley. It's about the private road. Some are private road, but then some are, like, for example, I'll give you one good example right now. Kamanaiki Road Street. You got cones every single time, and it's been placed about a quarter of the road. To me, I think that's not right. We have to do something about it. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what, Simeon? Send, maybe try use this new app thing and send me the list of those specific places, and let's try to work it out with the council member.
If I can add to that, we had that same issue on Wilson. Remember Wilson Street, that whole area, which we did that special parking permitting. And so then the cones all went away and stuff. And so I know there's other streets that want to do that with the city, but the city has been very cautious about giving any more or making any more of those special permitting parking area, parking designations. But yeah, they're not supposed to put garbage cans or cones and so forth in those spots.
Still.
Thank you. Are there any other questions from the community online or in person? Seeing and hearing none, thank you so much, Representative Kekahatsi, and have a good evening. Okay. Now, up next is board business, approval of regular meeting minutes for Wednesday, September 10, 2025. Can I get a motion? Motion by Mr. Sung. Can I get a second? Oh, second by Mr. Liu, and should have number 2. I'm taking it as a second. Are there any discussions about the meeting minutes?
Who seconded?
Seconded by, Mr. Liu, he showed a number two. I assume that was the
Yeah,
second.
you're right.
But I took it as a second.
Yes.
Any discussion though? Oh, yes.
Just some corrections. I think, just let me clarify something. On page 2 of the minutes, on the above filling of vacancy, above that, says PE Elementary Road in front of PE Elementary. James, you know what that? Where is that? Or what that about?
Oh, the road, that's Kalihi Elementary.
It was generated from AI, so that's probably what it took it and spelled it as. But I can make the correction.
Yeah, so I think instead of PE Elementary,
Kalihi Elementary.
Kalihi Elementary. And what about the second line under that says Compass Up Road? Just
Probably repair.
Campus Road.
No, not Campus Road, because it's that, and leaving Lee Elementary, so it leads in one way, right? So you enter one way and you come out the other way. And where they exit is Board of Water Supply property. And so when they leave, before they get onto City County Road, they gotta go through the Board of Water Supply Road. And that's all bus stop.
Supposed to be Campus Road.
Yeah.
What page is
The
that?
actual road
Campus
is,
Elementary.
Is it still on page 2 or?
Correct.
Okay.
the road is,
Yeah.
That's so trouble.
They don't know my wife.
Okay. Oh yeah, on the campus, right, is one way.
yeah,
It's a big,
the road is along, Alina Street, Halina Street. That's where they exit. And that's the street that's all bus stop.
Alina.
Alina.
Where's Kalina? Oh my goodness. So Compass Up is supposed to be campus, right? Campus Road or?
It should be,
Alina, right?
the road is Alina, so it's right here. From the
Oh, okay, should be
exit there to the road that then exit is Naai Street.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay. I'm concerned for all the other.
And, down on, item Roman numeral 4, the residents and communities, I think that, PE Nani, sidewalk cleanup is, Levi.
Gotcha.
You live by sidewalk?
Is that Peely by Street?
No, well, see item 4, resident and community concerns.
And touches her toes with
Number
ease.
1.
Groaning. No holding.
PE Nani, sidewalk. I think we was referring to the Levi
Street.
sidewalk cleanup.
That's Levi Street.
It's a street, yeah.
It is a
Yeah, well, we clean the sidewalk, so.
Yeah.
But the rest of that, text is correct. And then down on the bottom of that page, the bottom of page 2, is a Kaka Ba Gym. It should be Kalakaua.
Gotcha.
Okay, then at the end of that line, same thing, should be Kalakaua Gym again.
Gotcha.
Just a spelling.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Sweet.
That I noticed.
That gotta be.
Pretty accepting.
I was reading them, I go, whoa, wait.
Is that what it
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to be accepting the minutes with those amendments that you mentioned. Do we need a motion and a second? Okay, can I get a motion for the amendments? With same people, Mr. Sung, can I get a second? Mr. Kumalai? And then I guess now we can vote, right? If there's no further discussions, then we can vote to pass the minutes with the amendments. Thank you so much, Mr. Kumalai, for putting those out. But all those in favor, we can just do unanimous, say aye.
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 Thank you. All those opposed? And any or abstains? Okay, Seeing and hearing none. So thank you, and looks like it's been all eyes. So thank you, everyone, and we'll move on now to what is it? Okay, now next we'll move on to committee reports and assignments. I do see, if May Mizuno, if she wanted to say anything, if you happen to, yeah, I see you online, if you wanted to, say anything regarding state and the county budget committee. And if not, we can move on to the other committees too. I'm not seeing or hearing any.
She's on.
I'm sorry, Chair. I'm here.
Hi, May. Do you have any,
I
by any chance for, and if you don't have, that's okay.
No, I don't. Thank
No, okay,
you.
thank you. Next sidewalk as curb and transportation committee. Mr. Sir?
Nothing for this committee.
Nothing. Okay, thank you. We'll skip beautification committee and move to sustainability committee. Co-chairs Simeon Rojas and Alan Kumalai.
I had a report, follow-up report on the Kalihi sidewalk cleanup. Went well. Board members James Sum and Alan Kumalai and resident Lynette Kumalai showed up. And between 8 and 9 in 1 hour, we did everything we wanted to do. So it was a pretty successful cleanup. And we got opportunity to talk to some of the residents that live on that street. They appreciated the effort that we did.
And it looks good. I go past it.
Still, yeah, all right.
Get a little bit of weeds coming back, but you know.
We got them on the next.
Not too bad.
Thank you.
Yep.
I don't know if Samina wanted to add on anything. But if not, we could actually move on to our PZ. I don't think.
Well, so
If we go to our
yeah, so tomorrow, we that managing the RPC, and I think City Council Dos Santos Tam's office will walk the neighborhood of the RPC areas to distribute brochures to the residents. Lynn Robinson on?
No.
No.
She's not on. Oh, I was gonna ask her about that. You know, are they on time?
You went,
1 p.m.
What did you want to ask her? I could forward her a question.
Oh, where is the meeting here?
Okay.
They told me at 1 o'clock, they wasn't sure about the meeting.
Like where? Place.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
place.
yeah, where? We're gonna be in the RPZ zone area,
Okay.
but it's a big area.
Yeah.
So, but they told me it was 1 o'clock.
Hmm.
And so I had to figure out where. I can't find out.
Sure.
I can't call, but thought I was gonna ask her tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, I think, I mean, if anybody else free at that time,
What day is that? Is that
tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, I know it's a work day. Most people working, but retired guys.
I'm up.
Yeah, I go in. But anyway, that's what's going to happen with RPZ.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, they're going to distribute brochures explaining the program a little bit better.
Okay.
And that's it.
Thank you. And then we'll also skip actually, I was gonna say we're gonna skip communications and resolution committee, but let me just double check. Okay, now I'll do that announcement later. It's not with communications, I don't think. But it's just the event. I'll save it for last. But we'll go to joint committee. So if you wanted to.
So last week, Wednesday, that was October 1st. There was a police safety task force, and that was put on by Shirley Temple, was at KPT, in the PAC's office. It was from 10 a.m. to almost 12, part of the lobby. The neighborhood boards is going to be hosting the next one. So it started off with Donna Mercantim, then Shirley Temple took over. Now the neighborhood board is hosting the next one. It's going to be November 15th at Kalihi Valley District Park. It's a Saturday. We want the community, the people involved in this conversation. We're also getting on all the nonprofits that was there at the majority of them that was at the last meeting, and all the ones that was at the task force this past Wednesday. You're invited to the 15th on that one. Kalihi Valley District Park, 10 a.m. I will send you more information. I'm just working on the permit. Kalihi was on vacation for 2 weeks, so I was driving me nuts trying to get the permit. He came back today. I'm trying to get that. I'll give you guys more information. Next is We Are Kalihi. They're having their follow-up meeting next week, Tuesday is it next week Tuesday? Oh, wait, wrong week. It's the 14th, and that's also going to be at KPT room 105, I think it is. Room 105. So that's the next one that they're having, that's next Tuesday. I am also putting on a tour. I haven't sent out the invites yet, but it's going to be at Keiko Kaina, the Extreme Makeover House. That's going to be at 10 o'clock. I'm inviting the legislators, the city council people, all the other neighborhood boards to this. And it's about, as Ikaika said, with the shutdowns coming down and, where do you get the resources? How do we help the community, right? And so doing the joint events and things like that. Some I'm going to invite other neighborhood boards. Some of it is just between Kalihi, Palama, and us.
When is that?
That's going to be November 1st. So you guys are invited to that one. I don't know if you've ever been to Extreme Makeover House. This will be a great time to see it, right? They Extreme Makeover people did 2 houses, and then they have a hallway there, big open patio area. That's where we're going to have this meeting. What time? 10 a.m. on the 1st. So in November, that's that. I think that's it for now. I am working with KBI on trying to get some tours over there. Also, Adult Friends for Youth on Halloween, they're passing out candy, working with the people of Lee Valley Homes, passing out candy. Not sure if we want to participate in that or not.
I actually got an email with them. They said they're still working on it, like to finalize it. Because I was asking to see if I can get on the newsletter. So
Yeah.
we still have to wait because I think they're still finalizing it or planning final things. But once it's finalized, we'll jump on that. Yeah.
That is one of the troubled areas that were talked about at the last Shirley Temple meeting. We know the area, Kalihi Valley Homes, that's the problem. So as long as we stay away from that area of Kalihi Valley Homes, all of us that go there should be safe. So if we stay by the guard shack area, more towards Kaibai area, it's not so problem. But if we go by Kalihi Elementary side, at the top right-hand side is where all the gang members are hanging out. Because it's the farthest away from the police station and everything. And it's also in the back. And that's where that one gang in Kalihi Valley Homes is hanging out. They actually had the gang violence, I forget what the gang group, had 80 police officers when they show up over there. And they wouldn't disperse, they wouldn't do anything. And so they started just grabbing kids and the people, and that's when they finally dispersed. They're actually acting up and limping off to the police officers, telling them what they could do with themselves and all that stuff. So it almost got pretty bad. They're also talking about bringing in state police officers to control that area. And it's all Kalihi Valley Homes. It's not so much KPT. It's Kalihi Valley Homes.
Thank you. And now we'll move on to other reports. So chair's report. I'm just gonna briefly state there's about 4 events. We talked about one that Dana Yap mentioned, which is the Kalihi Valley Complex Halloween event on October 23rd from 5:30 to 8 p.m. That should be the Kalihi Valley District Park, I believe, right? That gym. Now at that same gym, this is what Chris Lodemaga wanted me to announce: the Kalihi Valley Gym cleanup this Saturday, October 11th. from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Join us as we come together to Malama, our community space. Bring your energy, a smile, and a helping hand. Supplies will be provided, but feel free to bring gloves or tools if you'd like. Let's keep our gym safe, clean, and welcoming for everyone. Mahalo for supporting our Kalihi Valley Ohana.
I have a comment about that.
Yes. Oh, did you want to?
Salvation Army is joining us for that event. Is anyone here going to be attending that event? I know Kumulai can go. Are you going to be there?
I may not be able to.
So could you I guess I'll let Chris know. I'm not able to make it. I gotta go attend and start training.
You can text him or let him know.
I'll let him know. But Salvation Army is gonna show up with a huge gang.
Yeah. And speaking of Salvation Army, they actually do have, I don't know if they have available seats tomorrow morning. It's kind of late, but it is Thursday, October 9th, where they have a Protecting Your Family and Increase Your Income presentation. Hopefully they'll have more events like this. But you do have to call to reserve because reservations are necessary. Breakfast will be served. No solicitations will be made. Will be made. But yeah, contact 808-440-1864 for more info, or you can email jan.lau@usw.salvationarmy.org. That's jan.lau@usw.salvationarmy.org. And I think the last
The address too, of course, let me know.
the address, it's gonna be at the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center at 322 Sumner Street, Honolulu, Hawaii 96817. The last event, it's actually gonna be the same time as the Halloween event, the Kuvili or Iwilei Station Neighborhood Design Workshop. Same day, Thursday, October 23rd, from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at King David Kalakaua Middle School Cafeteria, 821 Kalihi Street. So this is with Heart and our City Center Guideway and Station contractor. We're excited to invite the public to upcoming Kuvili Station Neighborhood Design Workshop. Attendees will have the opportunity to interact with project representatives, ask questions, and offer feedback regarding the preliminary design of Iwilei Station. For those unable to participate in person, input may still be submitted by scanning the QR code, accessing the link provided below, or contacting Heart directly at info@honolulutransit.org. Mr. Sung has a comment about that.
So I went to the last one, last month. And it's not just the stations they're talking about, they're also talking about the infrastructure around it. So, talking about the Fleet Street, they're talking about the Kapalama Stream, they put up a fence, but they had to take it down because the fire hydrant was on the other side. So, what to do with that? They're also talking about the monkey pod trees that they tore down. Where do you want, they need to replant it all. So where are they gonna replant all the trees? So we're getting a voice in that area on how we expect it to look like. Not just Kalihi Palama Neighborhood Board, but all of us. Donald from the Kaniway Neighborhood Board actually showed up there. So he was over there giving his input. Very smart guy. So we've never met him. Donald was a blind guy. Remember that blind guy, Kaniway?
Donald from Kalihi Palama?
No, the Kaniway Neighborhood Board. The really smart guy. Yeah, really smart guy. He showed up. And he was giving his inputs too. So if you ever go to the next meeting, see him, talk to him, great guy.
Thank you. And I do have it on the agenda where I said Henry Kennedy from State Department of Transportation will attend our meetings quarterly. So if you have questions for him to report next time, please email your questions so I can forward them to Henry. Could they email them as well? As a possibility, yeah. So you can also email our neighborhood assistant. And also the last thing, welcome our new neighborhood board assistant, Jeffrey Jones. So he'll be working with us from here forward.
That's the plan. That is the plan.
So, do I give you the papers?
Yes.
Then I need, because the other guy is the one that asked me to bring the papers.
Yeah, you can get the papers. Do you have them on you today?
I was supposed to bring it, but I left it in my office.
If not, no problem.
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Yeah. Dana, yes.
Quick question, is there any talks about still moving this meeting to some place closer to Valley.
Right. And I was thinking that too, because I think construction's getting louder.
They look at your attendance.
Yeah,
Speaks.
Kalihi Valley District Park or Kalihi Library.
Is the library a free option by chance?
Ask Jeffrey, but he holds two of them at two libraries. I don't know about, do we pay for the libraries?
Typically, there is a cost to have the library permitted for these meetings, but I can inquire, I can follow up, but I can send an email to the board about that.
Or Kalihi, only problem with Kalihi Valley District Park, we have to be out, I think by 8 is the time for Kalihi Valley District Park.
Like the gym, right, or the.
Yeah, they have.
Are you gonna meet that room?
A meeting.
It might be 9.
I want to say it's 8.
Starting at
Stay till 9 or so.
Yeah.
It was 2 hours.
I had a suggestion, at your meeting where you want all of Kalihi to come out, the residents, ask them, will you guys come to a meeting if it was closer? That's what we need to hear, you know what I mean? But just because we go closer to where they live, doesn't mean they will come out, you know?
Another option would be Cleed Elementary. I could ask Mr. Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
And what about Kalihi? That guy, the Santos guy, he seemed like he had town hall meetings before.
So those are my 4 suggestions right there.
Okay.
One
time we were partying in Shiga, you're on the phone.
No, he did.
What do you mean?
I didn't want to put my name on that because I don't want to be responsible. Everything, if something breaks up, he's the one that brought it up.
I don't mind asking, I mean, Father Aker. I don't mind asking him. I will ask him for you.
No, not for me.
No, no, I'll.
You asked for this. But I don't want to open up and close. Just want to attend and go home.
Jeffrey, wasn't there something about taking the equipment, making sure you can set it up early for the video? That used to be a problem in Kalihi.
So for different depending on the location, of course, with there being no videographer here, we would have to see if we can get a videographer for whatever, if for this date, at a different location. But as far as setting up and breaking down, all I would need is the space to be opened up an hour to 45 minutes before the meeting start time. So in this case, it would be anywhere between 6 to 6:15 or earlier, just to allow proper time for myself and the videographer to set up.
Okay.
I believe this day of the month, I believe there are just 3 meetings, so we'd have to inquire and see if we can get another videographer present for this board meeting. If not, it would just be what we're doing now with the single webcam, and I would be controlling it with the sound and the video and the sound. But I can inquire about that tomorrow, and I can keep everybody in the loop of that conversation.
And Wi-Fi.
And I bring a hotspot.
Are you bringing it over?
I bring a hotspot for the meetings. That way everything's running smoothly.
I have a hotspot as well, so I can give you guys the password to that, so you can.
Well, that's what the other lady said. In order to have a meeting, you gotta have well-equipped hotspot, I mean, not hotspot, Wi-Fi and
yes,
Yeah.
all these other gadgets.
Right. So yeah, we can, we'll see what we can do. Could we do maybe preparing for next year? Because I know we just have November and then December we're recessed, so we're not meeting.
What I would recommend doing is there are a few suggestions in mind, if there could be communications with those, whichever ones confirm that they can have a meeting this date of the month at 7 p.m. If we get confirmation for those, it could be a board business item come next month, and the board can decide on a new location starting in January. That way, in December, when you guys are on recess, we can get that. Once that new location is approved, we can get that permitting process started throughout December. That way, we can solidify it from January to the end of until the end of June.
End of June. Okay.
One last concern was the cost. I know if we go to Kalihi Valley, where Mr. Sung is talking about, that's free because it's city. But anytime we go to a state school, there is a cost.
There is a cost associated, yes.
Yes, so maybe we got to check.
It is a lot easier for city facilities.
Right.
For city facilities, there's no cost for permitting. For schools and libraries, the cost can vary. If there's a personal relationship with a school official, for example, that could be where a price could be different compared to what it would normally be. There's a lot of different factors that can go into that.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Liu.
No, I just want to add on to, I like his proposal. And I'm kind of retracting my statement. And I'm gonna go with his proposal. And for the good of our community and for our community, what I said earlier, I'll just scratch that, sorry, I told that to Dana, but I will ask Father to get us that, just a year up at Island Mount. And then I would like to change another location to Farrington.
Sure.
And I can put that under me as a person, and then that, just a year, so just move to a different location, so
Yeah.
I will look at, Arlene Mount and Farrington High School. 1 year there and 1 year at that next
Well,
location.
We have 6 months.
I think they wanted, you guys wanted more in our neighborhood, right? Not in,
So, sir.
so you think Fairfield, you are in this area?
That's just my proposal, that's just my proposal, is what I'm saying,
I like that.
a year,
Farrington's kind of-
because I can't
Well,
do like 100 years, just a year, just do 1 year, yeah.
I think, but when he says June, I think it's only the 6 months.
We
right?
do it 6 months at a time.
I
Yeah,
think-
sure, like within that period is what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, you
Within
know,
that
what,
period.
Bobby, it's a good idea, because if you go later in the month, you're gonna get, there's those demographics, right?
Right.
And then you go to Farrington, you attract a
The
different.
lower, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So thanks to you, that kind of popped up in my head when you were saying that, 4 locations.
Barrington's next to, would like to revisit.
Oh, I have one more thing.
Yes.
I did attend to that, Wahoo Jail, facility tour. And they're talking about moving it to Halava at the whole quarantine location. That Wahoo Jail is, it needs to be replaced. It's horrible. I mean, yes, I was afraid walking in, but I mean, they had everyone locked up. And so there was really no interaction between us and them. But some of those script people in there, I believe they need to be locked up in there, and they're just yelling and screaming and I can see why they're gang violence and violence in there. They have like 180 people in one jail area. And it's just not a very safe environment. So they need to replace it.
Didn't they mention something about that's gonna be moved after the rail is completed, or I thought there were talks about it being moved because the rail is nearby.
That, and it's not really a jail.
Oh.
So.
Need
Yeah.
a destination stuff.
Right. Yeah, because we do tours for the Farrington new teachers, or actually the complex. And when we drive by that area, it's kind of embarrassing to have that in our community, but I always tell them to look up towards the mountains and don't look at the jail cell as we're passing by, because that's not part of Kalihi. Because I need to get to Uhali Elementary School, but yeah, it needs to be removed.
Thank you. Now we'll go to our announcements though. So next meeting is Wednesday, November 12th, 2025 at 7 p.m. at Kafula Mahale Room 153. Broadcast meetings, neighborhood board meetings aired on Olelo Channel 49 on the 4th Saturday of the month at 6 p.m. and the first and third Sunday of the month at 9 a.m. Yeah, are there any other announcements, additional things? Mr. Liwai.
So Farrington tomorrow, the Farrington football team will be hosting their senior night. And so this is their final football game for the seniors. Then it's also the final game for the Farrington football team. And so tomorrow will be the ceremony, which will honor the football players, the seniors. And Friday will be the football game. So it's Friday night lights. The reason why they separated the two is because having the ceremony after the football game takes a long time. So most families are out of the stadium by 1 o'clock in the morning. That's how long it takes. And so the two separations, everyone's invited to come. My nephew is a senior, and so his name is Talaliwa Jr., and also inviting all our dignitaries as well to come and honor our seniors on their final game, their final home game. The ceremony will start at 6 o'clock tomorrow at the Edward Skip Padilla Stadium at Henry Kusunoki Field. And so everyone is welcome. And then the next day we play Campbell home. That'll be our last home game and last game of the season. We do have a chance of going to playoffs if we win on that day.
What is the record, Farrington record right now?
Oh, and, Dana?
It's been a rough. It's been a rough.
I'll leave it at that.
Gloves.
Put that on the record. Yay, Senator.
Gloves.
Right. Speaking of Barrington, I know Dana mentioned it before, but on February 22nd, 2026, the Barrington Alumni Community Foundation will be hosting their 50th anniversary. Our foundation will turn 50 that day, and so we're calling all governors and all the Kalihi members, as well as supporters, to come and join us. We will have our morning celebration ceremony at the Salt Lake Country Club, which is still being confirmed, but that's until the next meeting. I'll make sure it's confirmed. And then the fiesta will end at Bishop Museum. Keep it in Kalihi for our Kalihi members, and just something positive. So talking about the shooting and so forth, now the old timers will come and show these new timers that this is how we do things here in Kalihi. We celebrate with one another, and so all are welcome to that fiesta on the February 22nd. It's a Sunday, and that's adults only at the Bishop Museum.
That one is 5 to 9.
Right, 5 to 9. 5 to 9, and you can purchase your tickets on at the website once it's done.
Hey, go Doves.
Go Doves.
School.
Yeah, and I just wanted to, I know it was on his Mayor.
Kirkland Jardy.
Yeah, and so on here it says the 1,000 of Oahu say farewell to Fiji. And so the coordinator of that event lives in Kalihi.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's a proud Kalihi person. I think that's a nice way to honor her as well. Her name is Teresa Schubert, and she's having her boots and beer, which Dana mentioned, this Saturday. So she's the coordinator also for that event. So she does a lot of positive things for our community. And, I think she needs to be recognized for,
Yes.
in our living in the Kalihi Valley area.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and if there are no other announcements online or in person, then this meeting is adjourned at 8:57 p.m. Thank you, everyone.
Hey.
Before 9, yes. The record.